Hey, what's going on, everybody? David.Rosen, New York, New York, top real estate broker in this town. It's because I can walk in the rain. I saw a friend of mine had a box that he goes on his appointments with. He's a real estate agent. And he says the extra mile is always empty. So there you go. Here I am walking in the rain. A lot of people this June have announced that they expect a very, they see a cooling in the market. And we've lowered prices on almost all of the 25 listings that I represent. And they had a dramatic effect. The most sweeping price drop we had was for a client of ours who's 95 years young, who lowered his property from $5 million to $4 million. And we got an accepted offer for $3.9 million and went to contract. So, it might sound sort of simple. It was at 5, took $1 million. Now it's at 4, and someone bought it. Who buys places for that much anyway? Who are these people? But it's not so simple. And understanding pricing, whether it's 4 million or 400,000, is important. And the way in which real estate is priced, there's a few factors. So here are the major factors in real estate pricing. The prevailing wages or wealth of the buyers, which in New York is as complicated as it can be because it's the most segregated in terms of the finances of the buyers economy in America. You've got more ultra high net worth individuals than anywhere else. And you've also got homeless people, and you've got everything in between. You've got more people than anywhere else, and you've got a complicated system. But nevertheless, there's only a finite amount of people who buy homes. So understanding what they're willing to spend, how much money they make. That's what real estate brokers know. How much money can people spend? That's my job. More so than knowing about who builds what stoves and which building allows dogs. It's knowing who has what money. The next factor in pricing a home is knowing what other homes like it are selling for, also known as comps. And the reason why that's important, and you don't just want to know about comps in a small, narrow area, you want to know about as much as you can know, is because of a word that's very important in business called greed. And put it another way, it's just called return on investment. So if you invest in something, you want it to make sense financially. So comps help you believe. It's just a belief. It's just a bet. I might believe the Warriors are going to win the finals, or I may believe the Boston Celtics are going to win the finals. It's a bet. Nobody knows. I'm filming this before the finals have started. Who's going to win? You might say, well, it's obvious the Warriors are going to win. Who knows? It hasn't happened yet. So comps are like that. Comps tell us the scores of games that have already been played. They don't tell us what the future games are going to be played at. And it's always the case where in a hot market, properties sell for more than the comps. And in a slow market, they sell for less than the comps. And here in Manhattan, some properties sell in the year 2022 for the same price they sold in 2002. Isn't that crazy? Look at these cool sculptures. Oh, speaking of cool stuff in Manhattan, look at that. Very cool. I love selling real estate here. Look at this one. What do you think about the market? He's a bull. Now, so we have, we have the money that people can afford, we have the comps, and we have the market conditions. That's the third piece. Which way is the market headed? So if you believe the market's going up, then you might pay more than the comps if you can afford it. And if you believe the market's going down, then you'll pay less than the comps. New York City is the most volatile market. It's the only place where people drop prices from 5 million to 4 million, then it goes back up to 6 million. I guess you could say the same thing about Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, and then you'd be right. They have more money there, people are richer there, and as a result, it can be even more volatile. Here, people are putting a lot more cash down, and they have to go through a board process. So, just figured I'd share this story about how, prices are softening considerably, and as experts in the market, we can see that, and we will see more $1 million price drops, $1 million negotiations. I am not sad to have sold a home for over $1 million less than I originally asked for it. I'm happy that my 95-year young client sold his home. He's happy too. This is David.Rosen. If you have any questions about the New York City real estate market, please reach out.